Today we are presenting grade 8 exponents and the presenter is Maputsi MA. So what are exponents? An exponent is an index and sometimes we call it the power. And exponents are these values that show how many times to multiply a base by itself. In the expression 2 to the power of 3, 2 is the base and the base tells us what to multiply, and 3 is the exponent or the index and it tells us how many times to multiply the base. 2 and 3 together are called the power. So in the expression 2 to the power of 3, it can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. So by writing 2 times 2 times 2, we have expanded the power. So let's practice expanding. So now let's expand 5 to the power of 6, where 5 is the base and 6 the exponent, will be equals to, when expanded, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So in the second example, 7 to the power of 5, where 7 is the base and 5 the exponent, will be equals to 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. 8 to the power of 4, where a is the base and 4 the exponent, will be equals to a times a times a times a. And negative 2 all to the power of 5, where negative 2 is our base and 5 the exponent, will be equals to negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. And here it is very important to put negative 2 inside the brackets to show that negative and 2 goes together. They have been raised to the power of 5. The next example, we have 3x to the power of 3, which will be 3x times 3x times 3x. And we need to remember that 3x equals to 3 times x. So now we are going to reverse the process. We have been expanding, so now we are going to write in exponential form. So if I have to write 2 times 2 times 2 in exponential form, the answer will be 2 to the power of 3. Then 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. What could be the answer? Yes, the answer will be equals to 5 to the power of 6. Then 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 will be equals to 7 to the power of 5. So if we multiply a 4 times, meaning that a times a times a times a will be equals to a to the power of 4. So now if we multiply negative 2 5 times, we're going to have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So the answer will be negative 2 all to the power of 5. And immediately when you see a negative number inside a bracket, it means negative and 2 goes together. So always we have to put them inside the brackets. So 3x times 3x times 3x, if you write it in exponential form, it will be 3 to the power of x, 3x all to the power of 3. So now, if I'm having 5, can I say 5 is the base? Yes, 5 is the base and it has an invisible exponent which is 1. So now let's key in 5 to the power 1 in our calculators. What do we get? Yes, the answer is 5. So let's key in again 3 to the power of 1. What is the answer from our calculators? The answer is 3. So now let's key in -7 all to the power of 1. Yes, the answer is -7. So x to the power of 1, where x stands for any number, because it is a variable, it will be equals to x. So this means that any number to the power of 1 is equals to itself. So now let's try 3 to the power of 0. Let's key it in our calculators and check what the answer is. The answer is 1. So now let's key in 12 to the power of 0. Yes, the answer is still 1. So now let's key in -5 all to the power of 0. Yes, the answer is 1. So now x to the power of 0 will be equals to what? Yes, it will be equals to 1. Now what is a plus b all to the power of 0? Yes, it will also be equals to 1. Then 6 to the power of 6x to the power of 0, it will be equals to what? Yes, it will also be equals to 1. So what can we conclude? We can conclude that any number to the power of 0 equals to 1. So we have come to the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please don't forget your quiz questions. So I've given you the QR code as well as the link so that you can be able to do your quiz on exponents. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.